Hello, everybody. This is Gary Kay, and we are just a few days away from InfoComm, and you're watching my daily rants and raves. Normally, you only listen to my daily rants and raves, but today you're getting to watch it. And we're leading up to InfoComm, and of course, our daily rants and raves are sponsored by one of the bigger InfoComm exhibitors, Ingram Micro, and you can check them out at ingrammicro.com. But today, I'm actually joined by Dana Corey. Dana Corey is the VP of Global Sales for Prysm. First of all, good morning, Dana. How are you doing?
Good morning, Gary. I'm doing good. I'm excited about next week, that's for sure.
I am too, and I appreciate you doing an audio podcast with me earlier in the week. But today we're going to do something really cool. We're going to do a video podcast, and I want you to set up what we're about to see, so that everyone who's watching will get a chance to get a demo of something that's new that they're not going to be able to see again until they get to the show floor.
All right, sounds good. I'm bringing it up here right now.
So this is your synthesis application, it looks like.
Yeah, this is actually the collaboration software in action that we'll be talking through today to use as our tool towards communicating and highlighting today both the functionality of it as we use it, and of course highlighting things that are relevant to InfoComm.
So obviously we talked about earlier in the week the fact that you're going to have version 2 of Cascade, and synthesis runs on Cascade. And so tell me what we're looking at here. What is this application that we're looking at, and how does it work?
Yeah, this is just a section of what would be the software layer on our Cascade line. So as we move around, we're able to move content, resize dynamically. In this case, whether it be through a human touch at the wall, or in this case, a keyboard or mouse. But the idea is that basically content is brought in dynamically through this simple to use menu structure. And then once I bring files in, I can then move around them. I can, in this case, highlight them. I can annotate on them. I can share them with you. I can email you right now the content and take snapshots. So real quick, brief, but basically this is the fundamental layer within synthesis, which is in the Cascade units.
And this is different than what we see from most collaboration systems, because most collaboration systems you can do at best maybe 4 windows that are side by side in a 2x2 configuration. It's not as seamless as what we're looking at here, albeit, I mean, this is a higher end solution. This is definitely not your small huddle room solution. This is for a higher, certainly a higher quality application, because you're going to use most of the time use it on a very large system.
It was, you're right, Gary, and it was that way until exciting is at InfoComm here, which is the launch of the C65 Core,
okay,
which is that entry-level product that we've touched on it before. So what we'll be able to do now is to be able to hit the relative price points of the client in the enterprise, from the smaller 65-inch huddle rooms throughout the organization. And the great thing is that the interface and ease of use and the commonality is shared through all of it. So my analogy here is this is like a hub and spoke. And the hub of it is the cloud server, whether it's an on-prem or our cloud service. But this hub becomes a central point for all these different units that are on synthesis to log into. And at the show, we'll be launching this Cascade 65 Core, which is the entry-level version for small rooms. Mm-hmm. And we'll also be launching the mirroring, which allows me to annotate and share content through various sizes, whether it be in the same building or around the world. But the central point is the hub, if you will, back to that again.
So when you talk about the new system that you're going to launch at InfoComm, is it C65? Did I get that right? What is it again?
It's C65 Core.
Core,
and the
okay.
Core is, yep.
How much is that going to be? Like, what's going to be the list price on that?
Under 25,000 list.
Okay, wow. So you are kind of going after that small meeting room application, and I do notice that you're not only so we're only showing part of the screen because of the resolution of a Skype broadcast, but what I'm able to see and what I think you'll be able to show people is that in addition to the seamless moving of content, you also have a bunch of different content on here, not just 4 windows.
Yeah, exactly. And that content can be PowerPoint based, they can be Excel, they can be any kind of the Office products, if you will. They can be PDFs, they can be videos. So here I have a PDF here. I can bring in a video and play that, resize that video. Mm-hmm. So I'm able to bring any kind of live source in, whether it be in room or virtual through either whatever the IT group lets us have access to as far as content. So, and the number of windows is really unlimited in the sense of being able to bring content in. And the beauty, Gary, whether you're in a small huddle room or the large room, is dynamic resizing of content. So
Right.
if you're unable to see it, let me make it bigger.
Right.
That kind of very simple move.
Yeah, so it's like you have a giant digital canvas and you can sort of lay everything you want on it.
Right, exactly. But the control surface it must be, and we remain to be intuitive and easy to use, and that's the key function of the system is that, well, I would call it executive friendly, but basically a real ease of use. So.
Well, we don't want to put down the executives because they are spending some money.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But
I think they understand what I mean.
Yeah, I get the executive remote concept. Yeah, only a couple of buttons, so they can't mess it up. But so when are you going to deliver this system?
So the C65 Core is available as of late July.
Okay.
And all the other models are currently already available and in production and out in client sites around the world. The one thing I do, if you don't mind, real quick, expand on is that currently today we're offering now a broadcast element. So from any one of these displays or all of them, have the ability to use the current infrastructure of the VTC content channel, the codec channel,
right.
whether it's Cisco, Polycom, Lifesize, whoever. We can then broadcast this content on the displays to all the far ends who are on that codec call by using the existing infrastructure of the company. So let's say that they have a Cisco or Polycom infrastructure in place. We simply tie into that codec channel, and when you hit the present button, it goes to all the far ends, including the entire wall. And what it does is it keeps the aspect ratio the same for those on the far end as well.
Okay.
And that way you can see, you can not only participate in the room, have a better in-room experience, but now I can mirror them together to multiple rooms around the world, and then at the same time also then go to far end devices.
And I assume I understand the mirroring very well, but I assume it's also universally compatible with all systems. So if I'm in the room and I walk in with a tablet, I can throw my tablet content up on the wall, or if for some reason I want to use something from my phone, I could do that as well, in addition to obviously a traditional laptop or desktop computer.
Yeah. The system offers up the ability for live inputs in the room, whether they're wired or wireless. We then, of course, turn to our channel partners and our partners to help us solve those wireless and connectivities, but the system input, yes, 100%.
Uh-huh. Excellent. And so it'll be delivering by the end of July. That's impressive. So you're going to launch and deliver right around the same time. So what is your booth number at InfoComm? I should have written that down when we were setting up, but do you know your booth number at InfoComm?
2567.
2567. So definitely got to go by booth number 2567. Second version of Cascade, Synthesis 2.0, 65 Core, and did I miss anything else?
Can I have one more minute with you, Gary?
No, go ahead. It's
right.
I'd love to hear. I love getting the scoop on new stuff. So take your time.
Well, I think the one thing I really want to hone in on, and that will be exemplified at the show, is that the clients in the market are where the solution is adapting to business changes, and what really this tool is offering is beyond the in-room meeting experience. It's really adapting to the business challenges. So, obviously some of the things are minimizing the time to find and address business issues, supporting interactivity with data so that they can enable trends, connect the dots basically, and also promote a culture of real-time analysis. So what we're trying to really demonstrate beyond the technology part, which is incredibly cool, is the business side process that will enable companies to make better real-time decisions by having this data at their fingertips and making it easy to use. So I appreciate, let me add that on there.
No, I understand. And in this case, you're sort of adapting yourself to their workflow rather than making them adapt their workflow to your process. And I think that there's a big difference here. And then just what happens on top of that is you're just adding the technology as it becomes available. Because right now, most people are using Windows or Mac or Android or iOS. But as something else comes available, you just make it compatible. And we're not really changing the workflow. We're just adding it as a source or another component.
Yeah, I think the key word is just agnostic, right?
Yeah.
You adapt to everything. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so check out Prysm at the show, and if you don't know who Prysm is, then you've probably been, this must be your first InfoComm. But you go to prysm.com, Prysm.com, Prysm.com. Dana Corey, Vice President of Global Sales. Thanks for joining me this morning. I don't even have to wish you luck because you're going to have a great show. Congratulations, and I'll definitely come by the booth, as you know, and I want to get my own personal demo and get a chance to play around with it. So I appreciate the opportunity to have you on this morning, and I appreciate all you guys watching. And of course, when you see me next, you're going to see me live at InfoComm. So thanks for watching, and everyone have a great day and have a great weekend.
Thanks, Gary.